Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Race Day Podcast. This is your host, Cristopher Zamora. Welcome, guys. So today, guys, I want to speak to you about ring rust. It could be on MMA or in boxing. Those are the sports I will be talking about. For combat sports, ring rust, that's what they call it. It is something when a fighter, he doesn't fight for quite some time, and now when he fights, it seems like they're not used to it anymore, or probably they have lost their touch. I probably might have to say that was the thing that affected Colby Covington when he fought Leon Edwards. He even mentioned it on his interview, on his post-interview when he fought him. He said that ring rust was the issue. That's why he probably couldn't get the job done against Leon Edwards, man. That sucks. I really wanted Colby to win that match, man, against Leon Edwards. I really thought he was going to be the guy to actually beat him and to finally win a champion, man, against him, against anybody that was a champion at the time. This was his third chance, man. His third chance to become a champion in his division, the welterweight division. But man, he couldn't get the job done against Leon, man. You gotta give credit to Leon as well. He was being very technical against Colby, and he was just that good. He really was. He was just that great against Colby. The last fight that Colby had was against Jorge Masvidal, and that match took place around March of last year, guys, in 2022. That's a very long time. That's more than a year since he has fought. And he just barely fought him now on December 2023. That was probably the main reason why he just didn't do so well. I saw like not a podcast, but like just like a tweet on Twitter saying that supposedly he mentioned that he kind of broke his leg in the very first round when he fought Leon. So that's probably was an issue as well when he fought him. Damn, man. Ugh. And like the whole fight as well, I saw the whole thing. It was kind of disappointing as well because he couldn't get a good shot at Leon. Leon was just that good. He was picking his shots against him, and that is why Colby lost. He lost against Leon Edwards. I'm not really sure what is next for Colby. He already had 3 title shots, man. 3 title matches against, well, the actual champions themselves. He lost twice against Kamaru Usman, and now he lost against Leon Edwards. For Leon, I'm definitely not sure who could be next for him. Khamzat Chimaev, he still is not sure if he's going to stay at 170 or 180. But if he stays at 170, that could be a good matchup for Leon Edwards. It's not that I don't like him or anything, but maybe that could be a good matchup if Khamzat Chimaev actually stays at around 170. But I don't think so. He probably might go to 180. And you know what? I also heard rumors that supposedly Khamzat Chimaev might actually fight Israel Adesanya. His last fight against Sean Strickland, I was surprised, man. I was surprised how Israel did against Sean Strickland. I thought this was going to be a cakewalk, a piece of cake for Israel, man. But he lost. He lost against Sean Strickland. Fair play to him, man. He now has that same style that Mayweather had when he was fighting. The Philly show, that's what they call it. Sean Strickland brought it, I believe, to MMA. Maybe he popularized it, but I don't think he was the first one to do it. If he is, then that's awesome. But yeah, he used the Philly shell style, and that's how he got the job done against Israel Adesanya. But man, yeah, Israel Adesanya, man, he's no longer a champion. Sean Strickland is the main guy for 180. His next opponent, Sean Strickland, is gonna be Dricus du Plessis. Supposedly, it was gonna be Israel Adesanya against Dricus, but not anymore, because since he is not a champion anymore, now Sean Strickland's gonna take that away from him. He did took it. He is going to fight Dricus du Plessis. Let's see how that one goes. I'm not really sure of the fighting style of Dricus du Plessis, so I'll tune into that one. Let's see if it's actually a good fight, and also the press conference, if it's entertaining or not. I really don't know much about Dricus, but let's see how he actually does. And guys, I just recently saw the fight that Deontay Wilder had. He fought this man. His name is Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker. He's 31 years old. He's in his late 30s. He is 38 years old. He managed to beat Deontay Wilder by decision. That's crazy. He is the third person ever to go 12 rounds with Deontay Wilder. Every other person that he has ever faced, Deontay Wilder, other than Tyson Fury and Joseph Parker, and I don't remember the other guy's name, but I just remember that he KO'd him like in the very first round on the second match they had. I forgot his name, I'm sorry. But those three people were the only ones that went 12 rounds with Deontay. 3 times. Just 3 times. But this guy, Joseph Parker, he made it look easy. He did. He made it look easy against Wilder, man. I was just so surprised. Like, he was dominating. He was dominating the whole time. And around the 8th round, he seemed like he was about to get the KO'd on Deontay Wilder. Damn, man, that was a very huge upset. At the time of recording this podcast, I really don't know how Anthony Joshua is doing against his fight against Otto Wallin. I really don't know. I just recently saw Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker. Like, it just finished like right after I started recording this podcast. So yeah, I'm not really sure of how Anthony Joshua is doing right now. So yeah, I'll find out right after I'm done with this podcast, and maybe I can talk about it on the next podcast. But yeah, man, Deontay Wilder lost, man. He has lost 3 times already, and I believe he only has 1 tie. That 1 tie was between Tyson Fury and him. Man, those matches were legendary, to be honest, man. Yeah, Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, I always saw them as like the top 2 for this generation, for the heavyweight division, to be honest. But now that Deontay Wilder lost, man, it's different, man. It's so different because now he's probably might not be the same guy anymore. And he's just getting older, like how everybody does. Everybody gets older and he's just no longer the same guy. And the crazy part is, his last fight, he fought this man. I forgot his name, but I just know that he did KO him in the very first round. Damn, it was a crazy KO. And crazy part is, he was in the very first round of the fight. And right after that, I don't know why, but he didn't fight anymore. He just stopped fighting. He should have kept going at least every 6 months or so, or every 3 to 4 months to fight somebody, anybody. He should have stayed more active, but he didn't, man. I think that's what messed him up as well. Like how I mentioned with Colby, ring rust. Ring rust is basically a boxer's weakness, not retirement. Ring rust. If they don't keep fighting, man, that's what kills their momentum. And that's what happened to Deontay Wilder. It was kind of sad, man. I was kind of sad. I wanted to see a KO, but nah, man. It is what it is, man. Fair play to Joseph Parker. He defeated Deontay Wilder. That's good for him, man. That's great. That's very good, man, for Joseph Parker. He's a 31-year-old guy, and I don't know, Deontay Wilder, he is 38 years old, and he's close to finishing his career. Yeah, man. That's just so crazy. I probably might tell you what happened with Anthony Joshua on the next podcast. But yeah, man. Deontay Wilder and Colby Covington, one of the best fighters in their own sport. They lost their matches. They recently lost them. And that really does suck, man. But we'll see what's going to be next for these fighters. I saw that supposedly Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, they signed a 2-fight deal. Supposedly Wilder and Joshua, they're going to fight on March. And hopefully they actually do, man. But like, it just kind of sucks that them losing their matches here, it kind of does sucks in a way. Because probably it might lose the momentum that they had, that they're going to fight each other. Or maybe it could be a good thing as well. Because these fights, people have been waiting for them for the longest. Since probably 2019 or so. I started watching boxing again around 2021. And I heard that people wanted these guys to always fight each other. So yeah, man, that really does suck. It does suck too because the camera actually, the memory card got full for the camera, guys. So yeah, I'm looking at you right now over there on the other GoPro camera. Man, we'll see what's going to happen next with these fighters, man. Hopefully something great happens on those fights. Like probably we might see a KO or probably a split decision. We don't know, man. We're going to see what's going to happen next with these fighters. Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, they are going to fight next. So we'll see, man. Hopefully they are good fights. And I appreciate you staying this far in the podcast, guys. Basically, that is it for this podcast. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to subscribe to the channel or wherever it is you're listening to the podcast. If you're listening to it on Pandora or Spotify, make sure to follow it and also recommend this podcast to a friend or neighbor that actually likes listening to stuff about combat sports. Maybe they will enjoy this podcast and maybe you guys can talk about it as well. And again, guys, thank you so much. Merry Christmas, guys, and hopefully you have a wonderful 2024 as well. This is the last podcast of the year. That's crazy, man. That is insane. Alrighty, guys, thank you again for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care and live to the fullest. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, guys. Take care.